Welcome to day 1510 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is never undermine the value in knowing yourself. Never undermine the value in knowing yourself. And what do I mean by this? Do you know yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you know what makes you happy? Do you know what makes you sad? Do you know what are the triggers that you have? Do you know what makes you feel anxious? Do you know what hopes you have? Do you know what dreams you have? Do you know what the meaning of the dreams you have could be? What do you know about your own behavior? How many times have you sat down to have a conversation with yourself? What have you discovered about yourself? There's so many layers to us. There are so many dimensions to us. Each one of us like a diamond. So many cuts to us, so many possibilities, so many ways in which the light can fall upon us and bounce off. Right? There's so much to us than that which meets the eye. Never, ever undermine the value in knowing yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to understand who you are. Get to understand the layers that are you. And see how beautifully you then respond to life. See how beautifully you are then able to take charge of what could otherwise have been a trigger. If you don't know that something causes a reaction within you, you will be more prone to that. Now, let me give you an example. When you begin to have an allergic reaction to something, what does the doctor recommend that you do? The doctor recommends that you be mindful of what you are consuming, right? For instance, if your stomach's behaving weird with a particular thing and the doctor says it's probably an allergy, then they ask you to kind of take a note of what it is that you are consuming and how is it that your body is behaving when you consume certain things. So it could be milk, it could be gluten, it could be seafood, it could be brinjal, it could be anything, it could be tomatoes for that matter, something as harmful as tomatoes, and your body could have had a good could have behaved quite normally to certain things until a particular age, and then one fine day it could decide to be allergic to it because of something, right? There's always a reason for why the body behaves that it does. So it could be that until a certain point you could have been okay with certain behavior from certain people, but then comes a point where you make a decision that no, this behavior is toxic to me, and therefore I will not allow it. I will respect myself. And therefore, when you begin to see the slightest form of that behavior from someone, you put your guards up, that allergy kicks in, and then you behave in a certain way that people say, this is not like you. I understand this is not like me, but your behavior is creating those guards to go up. And because of that, I am behaving in a particular way. Now, if you haven't taken the time to study your behavior, that pattern, and what is that trigger, you wouldn't know why you're behaving the way you are. You wouldn't know what is causing you to behave outside the normal for you, or at least how the people see you as normal. Get to know yourself. Get to understand what is it that is acceptable for you, what is it that is not acceptable, what is non-negotiable. Understand these things for yourself. Get to know yourself. And when you get to know yourself, you are more in control and more in understanding of your behavior. And then you can behave in a particular way. When you see those triggers coming up, you can remind yourself that you are in charge and not the triggers, and then behave accordingly and override those triggers. Think about it. Who's in charge of your life? You are. Not your environment, not your conditioning, not anything else, but you, your mindset, your ability to take charge of your life. So start doing that now in this instance. And if this conversation has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am in charge. I am in charge. If this has been of value to you, tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do, because here's where I post daily videos on the little things that make life big. Thank you for joining me today. I am in charge in comments if this has been of value to you. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Thank you.